Y'all, it is Monday, March 22nd. It is after 5. Just fed Carmelo. I just want to explain something real quick. Yesterday, y'all, I was not feeling well. And two, I edited like mainly most of the day when I got home. What I'm going to do is write in my 3 Moments of Joy a Day book. And then I'm going to not read the How You Can Heal Your Life book because yesterday, I don't know if you remember, I said that I was going to work on the activity where I write my limiting beliefs. If y'all watched the last couple of days of this challenge, you know that I always start off by writing in this book. Let me read the quote. It says, "One doesn't recognize the really important moments in one's life." Let's start all over. Agatha Christie said, "One doesn't recognize the really important moments in one's life until it's too late." This is so true. It's not like we intentionally mean to do this. Sometimes you don't really realize what you have in front of you up until you don't have it no more. Like I said, y'all, I'm not going to read today. This activity that I'm going to do right now, we were on mental house cleaning. This part of the book is requiring me and anyone who reads it to just take a look at your past a little more so you can figure out and understand where your limiting beliefs is coming from. I don't know how painful this is gonna be, but you know, I have to do what I have to do. I'm gonna write down my limiting beliefs from my adoptive parents first. For the second exercise, I have to write down negative messages that I've heard from friends, relatives, teachers, authoritative figures. It even says people from your church, because you know sometimes they be the most judgmental. I'm definitely gonna do this and I'm gonna get back to y'all with the list, with the limiting beliefs. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. I wrote down quite a lot, so I just want to share that with you guys. An example of this was I believed I was not good enough, and this stemmed from repeatedly being told that I was stupid by my adoptive mom. I was repeatedly called a bitch by her. I remember one time she got so mad at me, like I was 12 years old. It was one thing with the Con Edison bill, and I didn't know like what she was asking me to do. I just didn't know how to go about providing her with the solution to what she was asking me. I remember she got so mad. She was just like, "Now that that sound is out the way, let me hurry up before this man or woman comes back around with that mower." I remember she got so mad at me that she asked me why I was even born. Well, she didn't even ask me. She just said, "Why were you even born?" So that literally hit a nerve. She used to call my hair a Brillo pad. Now, before natural hair was being accepted in society, people who wore their natural hair was literally bashed. I wrote down, she would make fun of my hair after she braided it and would laugh at me and would get my nieces and nephews to laugh at me as well. That was very embarrassing. I'll never forget the time when, I don't know, this time I guess I was just like really not in the mood, I guess. And I was just very emotional, you know, and then it's like I hated getting my hair braided. Like I just had it embedded in my mind that if I didn't have a perm, I wasn't beautiful. If my hair wasn't straight, I wasn't beautiful. And so I felt very insecure. When she would braid my hair, it's not like she would like try to uplift me or make me see that, listen, no matter whether your hair is straight or curly, you're still beautiful. No, like she would feed into my insecurity and laugh at me. Another thing I wrote down is when I was 15 going on 16, I remember I asked for a sweet 16 and you know what her response was? "You're not special." Basically the answer was no, but to add on to my disappointed mood, she was just like, "You're not special." She would always say that my biological parents didn't love me, especially because I was adopted along with my other 2 sisters. I remember I asked to audition for Disney Channel and what was her response? "No one is special." Whenever I wanted to try something new, it angered her. It made her paranoid. Like when I asked to take a dance class. Now, mind you, I didn't even ask her to take a dance class. I would literally ask my younger niece who was taking dance classes if she can ask my adopted mom if I can take dance classes because I was too scared to work up the courage to ask her myself. This is how she was. Okay, you'd be like, "Can I take a dance class?" "Oh, you know, I'll think about it." And then I do something to make her mad. It's like, "Oh, and you want to take a dance class? You're not taking no dance class." With her constantly doing that, it made me not feel secure and asking her for even the simplest of things. Wow, I wrote a lot of stuff. And the reason why I wrote all these different things down, y'all, I'm sorry I'm all over the place, but it basically said, give yourself enough time to remember as many negative things as you were told as a child. What did they say about money? What did they say about your body? What did they say about love and relationships? What did they say about your creative talents? What were the limiting or negative things they said to you? I literally just wrote down everything that came to mind. And it took me quite a while to actually do this because, let me drink some water because why am I sounding like I'm in the desert? I just wrote down as many things as I could think about, like the first things that came to my mind. And I'm not gonna lie, this was painful, you know, just having to go back and think about the things that I really did not want to think about. But it's like I have to go back in order to heal from these things so I can remove them from my mind, so I can remove these beliefs that have been holding me hostage mentally. What else did I write down? So another thing that my adoptive mom would do, she instilled in my mind that life was dangerous. I remember I had this 6th grade camping trip and she was just like, no, you can't go. And I'm just like, why? You know, we're gonna be sleeping in cabins, we're gonna be safe, there's gonna be chaperones, it's gonna be all right. Like, you know, I want to try something new. And she was like, no, I don't want you going into the woods and this is this. I feel like that's why I'm afraid of trying new things, why I prefer to just stay in my comfort zone, which I'm learning slowly to grow out of. I wrote down when my backpack broke in the 7th grade, she told me I had to put my books in a yellow ShopRite plastic bag. I feel like she got off on embarrassing me. But thank the Lord that my best friend at the time, her name was Ashley, and she literally came through. Like, she gave me her bag from 6th grade, and let me tell you, it lasted me 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade as well. So, you know, I was very grateful for that. I also wrote down when I told her about my crush, she made it seem like it was a crime to like someone. I didn't feel like I could open up to her. She didn't provide me with that safe haven environment to come to her about anything, regardless of what it was. I felt like I had to go through things all on my own. I mean, yes, I have my sisters, but it's like sometimes we look forward to sitting with our mothers and literally just telling them like, hey, this is what's going on, just to get their perspective from it so we know how to move accordingly. Because it's just certain things that us females want to tell our mom, that we want their perspective on, that we just want to open up to them about. I remember when I told her I wanted to be an actress. This was when I asked her to try out for the Disney auditions, and she was like, no, no one is special. So I told her, you know, I want to be an actress. Like, this is what I want to do. She would just compare me to these well-known, already established in the industry actors and actresses. It just made me feel like, you know, it just added to that notion that I wasn't good enough. Now that I think about it, it's like, damn, you know, I hate the fact that she did that, but all I can do is let these things go because they're not serving me. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel like I jumped into this without explaining what the purpose of this exercise was for. Y'all, the super did not turn on the heat yesterday. Like, okay, we hit the first day of spring and you feel as if we don't need heat. Like, hello, the temperatures dropped into the, I think it was the late 30s, early 40s. It was cold in my room. I woke up feeling like I had been waiting outside in the cold for a bus without a jacket on, let alone a scarf. So my throat literally feels really raspy right now. Like, my voice feels really raspy. Like, I feel like I'm talking raspy. The whole purpose of this exercise was to just examine the past and take a look at the beliefs that have been running me for as long as I can remember, and to realize that you have to look at what's there, what in your past, those beliefs, to take a look at them before you can even clean it out. In short, if a belief does not serve you, if a belief or a thought does not serve you, let it go. I know I'm skipping around left and right, y'all, but the next thing I had to do was write down a whole nother list of negative beliefs / thoughts I heard as a child, but this time from relatives, friends, authoritative figures, people from church, like all of that. I couldn't really come up with much because it's like, as far as my relatives are concerned, my sisters, like my blood sisters, they have been very supportive of me. Even when this lady tried to convince them that I was slow, that I was stupid, they didn't believe it, not for a second. And I really do admire them for that. And I feel like they are part of the reason, not even part, they are a huge part of the reason why I succeeded in the things I succeeded in, you know. They believed in me. They also believing in me is what carried me through some of the most difficult days of my life. Teachers, I forgot what grade it was, but I remember looking at my report card, and this one teacher I had, I forgot what grade I was in, but I never forget. She was so heavily convinced that I would not make it to the next grade because my reading level was below the average grade level that it should have been at. The fact that she didn't even believe that I could make it to the next grade, it's like, wow. But look at me now. I graduated elementary, middle, high, college. I'm not even looking to prove her wrong, but the fact that I proved myself right, despite the fact that an authoritative figure such as a teacher believed that I wouldn't make it to the next grade level, is just like, wow. Pat myself on the back for that one. To examine the past and look at some of the beliefs that have been running me, pained me very much. Now, I told myself I was not gonna cry today, and I don't intend on crying because I feel like it was more of an eye-opening experience. I just visualize like these different versions of myself. Okay, I might just cry. Picturing me as a kid, the visual aspect of it all. I wasn't broken, but I was deeply bent. I had a lot of dents. I just look at this girl, but I don't even see color, you know what I'm saying? I don't see brightness. I just see darkness. I just see isolation, black and white, you know what I'm saying? That's what I see. Someone who is trying to shine their light, someone who is trying to find the light, but just constantly keeps getting thrown into this ditch. The fact that that was me when I was little, it's like, wow. To revisit that place where I was at, it's like, I'm very strong. Doing that made me realize that I'm stronger than what I had ever imagined strength to be. The fact that I am here right now, I'm all right. I'm just gonna say this. I don't gotta open that Be Simone book to know what I want to say. I'm gonna manifest one peace in my life. I feel like you can be rich, you can have all the money in the world, but if you are not happy, none of those things matter. Now, don't get me wrong, I do want my floor to ceiling windows. I want to have a lifestyle where it's like I get the things that I want because I've worked hard for those things. I'm gonna manifest my success. And yeah, y'all, I hope you have a great day. The sun is shining bright today. And yeah, I will talk to you later.